Guys, are the Game Awards finally good?
I could just lay my head down and rest. If there was nothing to fight
The Game Award goes to
maybe then
Hideo
I could
Kojima.
finally be free. Maybe death is like falling asleep. This world is a wasteland where nothing can grow.
On behalf of the Game Awards, I'm honored to present the first ever TGA Game Changer, Amir Satvat.
No, it's my fault that I'm here. This world is a wasteland.
The Game Award goes to
Don't let me go.
Balatro,
Hail Divers 2.
Fallout,
What a nightmare I was having. I dreamed we were still at the Game Awards.
Don't let
You chose her.
Show yourself. Show yourself. Not me. Not me.
If you put the game and the team first, the revenue will follow.
I'm on my own, remember me. I'm too far gone, I couldn't see. Remember me, remember me.
They were driven by idealism and wanted players to have fun. And they realized that if the developers didn't have fun, nobody was going to have any fun.
Remember me, remember me, remember me, remember me.
They understood the value of respect, that if they treated their developers and players well, those same developers and players would forgive them when things didn't go as planned. But above all, they cared about their game because they loved games. It's really that simple.
The Game Awards just happened, and in my personal opinion, it was a pretty solid year. They ended up showing some really dope stuff, they addressed some things I really wanted them to, and I walked home being happy with some of the winners of the categories. But I know what we're all looking forward to. First, we're going to talk about the announcements they talked about, and then talk about the actual awards and their winners afterwards. But before we get started, I just wanted to remind you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. Do your thing so I can do my thing. Like I said before, this year had tons of great announcements. They started the show off with Ninja Gaiden, which I know a lot of people are excited for, but next they showed off a new game, Thick of Thieves, made by the Deus Ex people, which looks like a multiplayer, well, thief game. And it definitely piqued my interest since I was a big fan of Thief back in the day, which kind of was a first-person thief type stealth game. Then they showed off Rematch, which looks like a pretty interesting take on soccer, more stylicious and made by the same people as Sifu, which shame on them for making me think it was Sifu with a haircut in the beginning of the trailer. I won't forgive that. Then, from this moment, I couldn't be more happier. They finally announced Witcher 4. This announcement right here made the whole night worth it. I'm a huge fan of Witcher 3, and being able to play as Ciri now makes me a happy Geralt. But with no release date, we just gotta keep waiting. But a fun fact about the trailer, Intern's been begging me to tell you guys about. It was filmed on unreleased NVIDIA, so for your computer guys, that should make you happy. Then they showed off a new co-op Elden Ring type game, which if you guys were around during my Let's Play type stuff, you would know I'm not really too good at, but maybe being able to run with it with a friend or two might get better results. And always be fun to make more content out of stuff like that. If you guys want to see stuff like that, comment down below. After that, they showed the new Outer Worlds, which I played through the first one a little bit and I really liked it. I liked the characters. The story was kind of interesting to me, so I'm excited to see where it goes from here. Then they showed off a game called Split Faction, made by the same people as Take-Two and A Way Out. I had a lot of fun in It Takes Two, and I've always wanted to play A Way Out, so here's another game to add to the list. Next, it was Borderlands 4, which kind of disappointed me. I really wanted a good Borderlands game. Then there was a sequel where I didn't think it would get another sequel, Splitgate. I really enjoyed Splitgate when it first came out. I think the portals were an interesting idea, and I remember it kind of died off kind of quick, so hopefully a sequel would do this series and idea more justice. Then they showed off that Game of Thrones was getting its own game called Game of Thrones King's Road. I have no idea why, but that took me way too many times to say. Then they showed off Mafia: The Old Country, which I played through most of the Mafia games. I love the remake of the first one. I'm replaying through the third one now, but I'm still undecided whether I like it or not. It's just a lot of the main story stuff feels like side quests, so hopefully they fix that in the new title. After that, they showed off a new IP, Dispatch, made by the same people as The Wolf Among Us and Tales from the Borderlands, where you basically play as Dispatch for a bunch of superheroes, which is a really cool concept and piqued my interest a hell ton. I love the Telltale series, so after that studio shut down, I've really had an itch to go back to that genre of gaming. So I'm ready to go head first. They announced there was going to be a new Okami game, which always fun to have another one of those. And then they ended it with Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, which seems like a pretty good game. I know some people are upset about the character designs. I thought they were fine, but it's still too early to tell anything. And they also showed off some stuff for ZZZ and Star Rail and the big Helldivers 2 updates against the Illuminate. I'm so hyped to get my hands on this. I played a little bit of it, can't wait to play some more. It gives like a zombie vibe, and I'm so happy I get to finally be in like city environments now. Then after that, they talked about things I really am happy they talked about. This year has been rough for game developers, and there were a lot of layoffs. And they decided to recognize and give a big shout out to this guy named Amir Satvat. I hope I said his name right. But they talked about how he's helping game developers get in contact with other game devs and have them work more independently. So he's helping people find a home for careers when they thought it was lost. And it was a rough year for everybody, so seeing some light at the end of the tunnel really made me happy, and great that they were able to give recognition at a place like the Game Awards. But it's time to wrap up this video with the award winners. So let's just get straight to it. Astrobot Game of the Year. Now, I see a lot of people have the discourse about Astrobot winning, but I didn't get my hands on it, but it was a love letter to PlayStation of what I could find. A lot of different Easter eggs. Hell, they even had glimpses of Sly Cooper and back to like Ratchet and Clank. So all I heard were really good things about it. And I see a lot of discourse where just because it's rated E, like it's kind of a child's game, doesn't qualify for Game of the Year. Of course, there were a lot of good nominees. A lot of people, including myself deep down, wanted Black Myth Wukong, and I feel like it kind of got gypped this year. Black Myth Wukong is my personal Game of the Year. Of course, there was also heavy hitters like Final Fantasy Rebirth, which was super good. Even Metaphor ReFantazio, which was one of my favorite JRPGs this year. So, big shout out to Astro Boy for winning Game of the Year. And do not hate on Baldur's Gate 3 now because of they announced the Game Award winners. Like, I believe it was a really good speech and made me feel good as a gamer. But just because you didn't like the Game of the Year winner, don't hate on the person who announced it. Just kind of threw me for a loop when I first heard it. But that's enough talking about that. But I just wanted to say while we are here, congratulations for Helldivers 2 for winning. Ongoing game, Black Myth Wukong did win Best Action Game and Player's Voice. And things like Baldur's Gate 3 got Best Community Support. Metaphor got Narrative. Happy about that one. Helldiver 2 also got Multiplayer Game. And I kind of saw this one coming, but Tekken 8 got Best Fighting Game. Also, the new Arkham game got Best VR Game, which, again, so upset that it's a VR game. I can only yell about that so many times. And Astro Boy also won Family Game, so no surprises there. But all in all, it was a really good year. And I kind of started watching this as a goof, just kind of see how bad it was, kind of like the Muppets.
There's Kojima, look! Did you know that Jeff Keighley's friends with him?
Yeah, but does Kojima know that?
Those cursed Muppets. But I walked away happy and really inspired me to make this video. So I know some people kind of was here and there about if this was a great year of video gaming with everything going on, but that aside, I'm really excited for 2025 and I am just ready to cover it all. Like, I'm so excited for the good, the bad, the ugly, and I know we're a small community now, but I'm excited to make it with you guys. So, on that final note, I just wanted to remind you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. Do your thing so I can do my thing. Peace.